His first Mariners playoff home run puts Seattle in front for Luis Castillo, who's been able to get 7 outs over the course of the 19-pitch stretch after a rocky start. McKinstry lines it out to left and make it a 1-pitch out right there as Arozarena grabs it to start off the 5th.
Tigers are just letting Castillo just get right back into this, aren't they, AJ?
9 in a row now retired by Castillo. The only 3 base runners came via the walk in the first 2 frames. He stranded Carpenter, McKinstry, and Keith thus far. Baez waves and misses out of that little 2-seam sinker. Ball and a strike.
You see the great movement on his sinker. It's got 4 more inches of movement side to side and down.
And then there's the slider to back it up.
And that slider, it doesn't have, when you have a sinker that moves into the righty like that, a slider that going the other way, it doesn't have to have nasty movement to be such a great contrast.
One-two. Baez did not chase that time.
But that's exactly where he wanted to throw that right there. It starts right on the corner. If Javi's being super aggressive like we know he can, he's going after that.
AJ, to your point, you were saying that Baez has been a little bit more judicious this year. That's why your average jumps basically 70+ points from one year to the next. He only struck out 1 time in 11 at-bats in the wild card series. And he watches that one off the plate. Impressive takes that time from Baez. And he draws the 4th Castillo walk of the night.
That look is surprise. He can't even believe he walked Javier Baez.
But I mean, to your guys' point, I mean, I watched this guy in Chicago for all those years. He was with New York for a little while. He would always chase those pitches. He was so aggressive. He's moved closer to the plate this season, and that has certainly helped him cover the plate and maybe see some of those pitches a little better this year.
Well, and he also has the ability to do it. He's done it. Javier Baez has been less aggressive at times. Remember he had the one great year, 2018, when he got traded because he cut down on the strikeouts, cut down on the wild swing. He can do it, but he also feels like it takes away some of his aggressiveness, which is a Javier Baez thing.
He was the MVP runner-up that season to Christian Yelich in 2018. Two 2-0 on the 9-hitter Parker Meadows, who will take a strike. Well, Castillo's about to throw his 80th pitch of this ball game. Seattle's bullpen sees the solid left-hander Gabe Speier loosening up. Maybe a little earlier than you expected. On the ground towards second. Polanco flips. Crawford throws, not in time. Meadows, the fastest Tiger on this active roster, is able to beat out the slowly developing play. Polanco with a good move to his right to get the lead runner in Baez for the 2nd out.
That's the 2nd great pick we've seen by Polanco at second base today. Look at this. This is not an easy play. Full run. Good flip. The flip is as equally important, isn't it, AJ?
It is. It gave him a chance to try and turn it. They're not going to turn it on Meadows. He's too fast, too slow developing, but that was a really nice play by Polanco.
So now 3rd time through the order. It's Torres at the top of the Tiger lineup, and he swings and misses.
He's had no chance against Castillo. Castillo's just throwing him those high fastballs. Gleyber keeps swinging at him, and he hasn't hit one yet. And Speier's up for Kerry Carpenter. We had the same situation last night.
Yep.
Dan Wilson had Speier up, didn't bring him in. He hit the home run. Tonight he's not going to make that same mistake if the opportunity arises.
We asked Dan Wilson again, who was making his playoff debut as a manager in this series, what have you picked up just in time over your course of a playing career and as a coach and then as a manager from other playoff series that you've watched or you've got advice? And he goes, I understand that You have to be willing to be aggressive, and that's not always Dan Wilson's nature, to be as aggressive as you might have to be sometimes in the playoffs. Runner goes, and it's fouled away by Torres. 1-2. Playoff games played. Only Edgar Martinez played in more for Seattle. Wilson was part of the last division title win in 2001 as a catcher. 1-2 pitch. Fouled away again.
Glaber's trying, isn't he? He's just trying to get to that high fastball. They keep throwing it up there, and he keeps swinging at it.
Runner goes again, and right through the right side, and Meadows is going to go first to third. Perfectly played by Torres. With the runner going, that dragged Polanco, the second baseman, a little bit towards the bag, opened up the hole even wider. It's first and third for an aggressive base running team in Detroit. And Dan Wilson is going to be aggressive with the choice after the first Tigers hit of the night against Castillo. In back of Luis Castillo will come in for a big situation. Left-hander Gabe Speier, who is one of the elite lefties this season, is going to face the left-handed power hitter Kerry Carpenter, who went to his manager A.J. Hinch earlier this year and said, I want to hit against lefties. He'll have his chance after Castillo exits to this great ovation. First time that Castillo got to pitch in front of a home crowd in the playoffs in his career. Now he gives way to Speier with a tying run at third in Meadows. Carpenter swings and launches it foul down the line. That's a pulled foul ball with a broken bat. Big smile from Castillo, who was unable to finish 5, but only allowed that one hit. Did spread out 4 walks, including 1 in this inning.
Nice job by Luis Castillo. Max Skubal, like we talked about, is one of the keys to the game. He's one-upped them right now so far, having given up a 0 spot in the runs column. But Dan Wilson learned from last night. He's not going to let Kerry Carpenter in the same inning, in almost the same situation, face the starter for the 3rd time. Brings in the lefty.
Carpenter hits a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-2, and another huge pitch in the first half of this game tonight. One and two.
AJ, if Torres doesn't get the hit through the hole right there, do you think he lets him face Kerry with just a runner on first?
No, I do not. I think no matter what happened right there, that was his last hitter.
Yeah, I tend to agree.
Dan Wilson wasn't going to have to answer the question again why he didn't bring in the lefty to face Kerry Carpenter and Riley Green.
Green on deck as well. And after Torkelson, another lefty potentially for Speier to face.
And Speier went an inning and a third last night, but he only threw, I think, 13 pitches. 12 or 13 pitches last night.
13.
Yeah, to get through 4 outs. So, yes, he got 4 outs, but it was very efficient.
Pitched the scoreless 7th yesterday. The 1-2. Got him! Dan Wilson gets aggressive, brings in the lefty, and Speier does the job for his buddy Castillo.